Here we are halfway through the week, and we have the news of the day. The news du jour is comedian Kathy Griffin, known for her program My Life on the D List, and I think calling her a D-lister probably is extremely generous considering her sheer lack of talent. But anyway, beyond that, she tried to pull off this Trump stunt yesterday by holding up a bloodied, severed head of the president, and which immediately went viral, and for the most part, really backfired on her. She backfired to the extent that she actually wound up issuing a video apology. Not sure that is really enough and will satisfy people, but that may satisfy some. But it was a heinous, it was vile, just vicious. I'm on the record here of saying that, look, I don't really care, what side of the spectrum you're on, but, the president is the president and deserves a certain modicum of respect. And whether or not you're a liberal or conservative, whether or not you voted for Trump or not, whether or not you were for Obama or for Clinton or whatever, for Bush, you just don't do that with these individuals. There are limits, there are bounds, there are boundaries, and she crossed those lines big time with her little publicity stunt. She is promising to remove that picture off the internet. At least for her, of course, she can take it off her own website, etc. But it's already made the rounds and will now live on in infamy. I would love to see this be a nail in her coffin for her career. Of course, that's not going to happen. She'll probably get a bunch of liberals in Hollywood that'll be rushing to her defense. I think she's done a great job there. But this is what happens when you're struggling and you have no career whatsoever, and that you've never been able to break through the top tier because you've got nothing. You have no talent. So anyway, we'll see what happens there with that. Michael Flynn, the very short-term NSA director, has agreed to turn over documents, his own documents relating to any discussions, any ties he has to Russia, and to what extent they are. When he communicated with them, did he break any laws, and et cetera, et cetera. We'll see how this happens. Will it become more fruitful than any investigation about President Trump and ties to Russia from the campaign going forward, for which they've basically been able to find zero. All right, so on with that. White House communications team getting a new director. Michael Dubke resigned, and never a good fit. Always caused a lot of heads to scratch when he was hired, because he is a Karl Rove person. Rove is not a big fan of the president, and there are a lot of people who just don't like Karl Rove in the conservative community. So they'll probably be breathing a sigh of relief that Dubke's out, and that a more Trump-like person will come in. Of course, one of the names that appears in that mix is Corey Lewandowski, but I don't know about that. I mean, he's somewhat of a lightning rod. I'm not sure you want to go down that path, even if he would be good in the role, in your opinion. The optics of that may just not work. But my criticism generally is that the White House communications team, here we have, we're about 4 months in, and we still have lacking the real cohesive messages from the communications team. It's just, why are they under fire? Why would they be under duress? Is because it's very uncommon to actually hear them actually say the same thing and repeat that message to drive home the talking points. They seem to be all over the map. So they definitely need some more training and things like that. I will never be drafted for that, but I'm always willing to give some advice. If you want to pay me for the advice, even better. Anyway, and then finally, Scott Pelley, who's been anchoring the CBS Evening News since 2011 after the Katie Couric debacle, is going to leave the anchor chair, not voluntarily, and CBS doesn't have an immediate replacement, so they'll be doing another fill-in round like they did after they got rid of Katie Couric. But Pelley was unable to really do much in the anchor chair. CBS is still mired in third place in the ratings. Just don't really have a lot of hope for them that way right now. But if they want to improve their ratings, if they want to leapfrog one position and get to second place, I have a suggestion for you. The last thing I heard was that Bill O'Reilly was still available. I know you'll never do it because I know the CBS brass doesn't have the guts for it, but taking on someone like that would definitely would tilt their news in a different direction, at least balance it out a lot, and you would see some very interesting things, I think, as a result. But that's probably not what CBS is interested in. I mean, they could revolutionize. They could potentially turn the evening news ratings race into a runaway if they hired O'Reilly. I think they could do that well by hiring him because of his loyal following from Fox News. I think a lot of those people would wind up going over, in essence, to watch Bill. All right, that's it. We will have a Bias Post podcast, the YouTube recorded and not live version will be up later tonight or early tomorrow. So join us there for that. But if you can't wait, jump over to Facebook for Accuracy Media, jump over to Twitter, Periscope for Accuracy Media, and watch the program live in all its unexpurgated glory. And so anyway, one way, shape, or the other, we hope to hear from you and see you again. Thanks a lot. Have a great day.